Hello, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Today's episode is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the key lights, the green screen, the multi-mount Stream Deck and HD 60S Plus that I use to create my videos on a daily basis. If you are an aspiring content creator, then I highly recommend all of these types of products. Check down below in the description to a link to my Elgato profile page where you can learn more and pick them up. So, getting on into today's episode then, if you do me the favour right at the start and hit that thumbs up button, you'll be doing me the world of good. Honestly, you'll make my day. Let's go for 2,000 likes. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Click the little notification bell. It means you'll never miss an upload. You know the drill by now. So, it was time to... It was basically trying to start the weekend league. Obviously, we didn't get a promo on Friday night. I don't know whether that's just due to there not being one scheduled or things have shifted or moved or whatever because of obviously world events and whatnot. But we didn't get a promo. So essentially, everything went out of packs. The Libertadores players went out of packs. And we weren't left with anything new that I might want to change Ronaldo for. So we're going to give him a shot in the weekend league. This is the first team that I come up against, by the way. It was an alright squad, but I think I definitely out-teamed the guy. And it took me 10 minutes or to go 1-0 up. And it is that man, CR7, that gets the goal doing his classic Siu celebration. And I love that. I'm all over that. I don't know, I really want him to be good because like people have slated him this whole FIFA, saying he's just kind of not usable because of the balance or whatever it is, or just like a clunkiness kind of feeling. But like, you know, we're doing the business so far. He's got a couple of goals already. And you know, we get lucky to not concede there. The ball does hit the post. But Overmars is pushing forward. You can see Bernardo Silva, can't you? He's arriving. He arrived. And he delivered. They call him the postman because he always delivers. No, I don't think they do call him that. But whatever Bernardo's nickname is, it doesn't matter. He scored a goal. He's forced a rage quit. That was a beautiful strike, by the way. In off the bar, I'm pretty sure. But a pretty convincing win for our first game of the of Foot Champs of the weekend league. So next up, I come up against this. It's got a 93 Kane and 90 Son. Wouldn't be surprised at all if he was some sort of you know, Spurs fan, perhaps. But then again, there's lots of other Premier League players there. He's also got flashback Marcelo and that baby Blanc, which is always a difficult one to get past. Him and Kante is a great defensive midfielder type partnership. And I'm not going to lie, in this game, I just couldn't defend. It was, I think, probably down to a little bit of rustiness and obviously the fact that my skill level is just not that high. I'm not obviously a very average FIFA player on FUT 20. Like I'm just not very good. But hey, we do get ourselves an equaliser on the 11th minute. Is that man again scoring once again? He actually is turning out to be a very, very good player so far. I wonder how he will actually do when it comes down to those clutch moments, when it comes down to me needing to spin that defender. Is he going to be able to do that for me, or is it, you know, all down to Neymar? Has he got more of that killer instinct in the finishing department than Neymar has? I suspect he probably is better in front of goal, but then you know how much I love Neymar and his 5-star weak foot and stuff. So I think that just could be a really great partnership up top, them two working together. I think hopefully it's going to lead to goals. I mean, throughout this weekend league so far, in the first few games that we're going to play in today's episode, we're going to walk away with... You know, normally when I tell you about the stats of my players throughout the weekend league, Neymar is just carrying the whole team. Well, it's going to be Ronaldo that outscores him in the first bunch of games here. So there's a couple of reasons maybe for that. Maybe because them two just working together up front and he's got the better finish. That he's the one that's scoring the goals. Maybe he's getting into better positions. Who knows? Lovely goal by Neymar there, by the way. I know we're getting absolutely smacked by this guy. But I didn't feel confident to maybe take the touchdown with Ronaldo and the defender not get there to block it. So we just played it across to Neymar and he delivered, of course. But yeah, I just got caned. I think a hat-trick from the Englishman. So we got done 5-2 in game number 2 of Foot Champs, which is not ideal. And we can hope to bounce back from that one. But yeah, and the other reason why maybe Ronaldo is currently more successful than Neymar in the squad is that you might have noticed I've switched the strikers around. So Ronaldo is my right striker and Neymar is the left striker. He just wasn't cutting it in Rivals the other day as that left striker, and maybe just all my goals come from the right striker. I'm not sure, because Neymar obviously does the business when he's there. Ronaldo's doing the business currently while he's there. Is that just how I attack on this game? I just play it out on the left and then cut it in, play it to the guy on the right who then takes the shot. Maybe that's just my play style. I'm not too sure. But anyway, we are getting through here. I can't believe I've not netted this. Like, there's no way that, the AI blocks and the goalkeeper saves. It's just nuts. If that's down the other end, I concede like 3 goals in one attacking move. I'm giving Alisson a chance, as you might have noticed from the squad. I'm actually giving him a run out, and so far, so all right. Like, he's conceding, obviously, but at this point, I'm just not sure if all goalkeepers just concede or what. But hey, we got into the second half and we finally broke the deadlock against a team which, I'm not going to lie, was so much worse than ours. He had just like a regular gold Serie A team. I don't know what was happening, but I couldn't seem to score. And then all of a sudden, second half came around and the floodgates were open and I got a couple of goals really, really quick. He is going to, however, get himself a penalty. Kieran Tierney bringing down, I don't know who it was, maybe Rebic or someone. And then he gets his penalty, scores it with Kolarov, and somehow he's just back in the game. And I'm like, come on, man. I've fully dominated this one. I deserve to win this game. And we're going to push it through here. Koulibaly nearly knocks it into his own net, but Perrin, of all people, is just making the world's most ridiculous saves. 2-1 on the clock. We've got 75 minutes on the ticker, on the timer. Can we score another goal? Neymar gets through. Finally, there's the 3-1 goal. We extended our lead back out to that 2-goal lead and just held on for the rest of the game. Look at those stats, man. I had so many shots, and Perrin, of all people, was saving them. And he scored 1 goal off of 2 shots on target, I'm pretty sure. Madness. Absolute madness. So, the big thing that actually happened on Friday was that the new season came out. With the new season comes icon swaps and a whole new set of season objectives. So I'm just going to run you through here and have a little talk about it and stuff and what we might be interested in. So far, nothing's really catching my eye. Yeah, we get a couple of lone icon moments. Maldini and Del Piero this time around. I'm sure they're pretty easy to get just from leveling up and then doing their moments objectives to get their tifos. The Maverick and the football looks quite good as the badge, but the sassy corgi, I'm not really that bothered. And here's the level 15 players. So we have Sargent, who plays in the Bundesliga, who looks actually very good. Maeda, who plays in the Liga NOS, so another Japanese guy, getting a what are they called? I don't know what sort of cards these are called. I've forgotten. And then Thorsby. 86 rated Thorsby looks to be the one that I'm most interested in. Serie A looks like a good holding midfielder. I think he's the sort of player that we could be going for on this game. Other than that, packs seem pretty much the same as before. Like, we're not talking any real changes here. It's the same stance as before, where you get a couple of tifos, couple of badges, get yourselves a mild pack throughout, couple of celebrations. Let's Dance is actually quite cool. It's another really long celebration, so it's like I could just see lots of people doing that in the weekend league, including myself. I will most definitely be doing that. You do get a rare players pack. 50k pack is the best one. Boogie Down is again another really long celebration that's coming here, but it does look quite cool, I'm not gonna lie. Alisson's doing it in an outfield player kit because he's my highest rated player on the pitch. I think I'm gonna go for the nature backdrop as the tifo there, and then and maybe get some Bob Ross playing in the background just to really relax myself. And then for the 3 level 30 players, we have Fred, who does look very good and is probably my first choice here. Belotti, I'm sure, is probably a 3-star skill striker, so I'm not super interested in him. And then Carrasco's got 76 balance. Other than that, he does look very good, though. So there's potential there for a La Liga winger if we wanted one. But I think Fred is probably who I'm going to choose, because we didn't choose Kovacic last time, so I would like a nice Premier League midfielder there that could hold the pitch quite well. And then, obviously, Icon Swaps is here. So, Prime Icon Pack for 9 tokens is tempting me. Obviously, Mark Overmars moments. I've got him, haven't I? So we don't need to do that one. Ruud Gullit for 10 is tempting as well as a defensive midfielder. Frank Lampard also looks quite good as a moment. And Maldini. So a lot of people are talking about getting Maldini or Kaká and the Prime Icon pack. That sounds pretty good to me. There's a King Kenny in there. There's an Ian Rush. Moments Bergkamp looks to be a pretty good option as well. I'm not going to lie. 16 tokens for that card. Apparently in draft, he is absolutely insane. So I'm quite interested there as well. Moments Cannavaro. And then the 3 most expensive ones are Carlos Alberto Moments, Prime Garrincha, and then a baby Zinedine Zidane. Now, you guys know that Zidane is my favourite player of all time. So seeing that, I almost feel like it is Zidane time. But then I took a little thought. I had a little thought about it and stuff, and realised, you know what? It's probably going to be May or something by the time I even get that Zidane. And at which point it's going to be like probably team of the season and really crazy cards. And I just feel like it's going to be so much grinding for a card that is so behind the curve at that stage of the game that I would probably rather get someone like Maldini or literally just go for the Prime Icon pack and then see what else we can get later on. I think the Prime Icon pack is probably what we'll do. It's 9 tokens. It can be done within this season should we want to be able to do that. So I'll probably work on getting that done for you guys over the next few weeks. And with that comes, obviously, content. Is quite nerve-wracking to open a Prime Icon pack. Imagine you get an R9 or a Gullit or a Pele or any of those players. Like any of those top tier elite players, you come away with a 93 Eusebio, and it's great. However, there is still a chance that you could get like, I mean, I could get one of the terrible ones. We all know that. That is the risk, and that is what is enjoyable about the content, is if I can provide that for you guys, a Prime Icon pack. No matter what time of year, I think people are going to want to see that. So that is probably the route I'm going to go down. Sorry, Zinedine Zidane. I will have to stick to owning your loan this year, I think. Unless we get a huge windfall in coins at some point in time, I don't see myself using Zidane this year. Just because I think already he's probably behind the power curve. Unless you get the Prime or the Moments. And like I'm never ever going to get that, am I? So my target this year was to aim to get a Zidane for the squad for the Road to Glory because he's my favourite player ever. However, he doesn't necessarily fit this game as well as other players do. And he does obviously hold a premium price because of who he is. And at this stage, like, we're probably better off just using TOTS players and stuff that fit the bill better than he does. And of course, my original basis or thesis of getting Zidane on the Road to Glory would be that we would have Icon SBCs at the very start of the year, but of course we never got them. We got Icon swaps instead, which in reality is nowhere near as good as the Icon SBCs. I think they can live together on the same game. Like, I think we could have Icon SBCs as well as Icon swaps. I think that could be a thing, and I think that they could live in the same ecosystem together. Maybe on the next FIFA, that would be great, because it gives the people that really want to save up and grind their stuff towards an actual specific player that they can put all their SPC fodder into. Great, do that. But hey, they might not like the fact that you could earn Icon swap icons and then use that icon as one of the requirements for an Icon SBC, because it used to be like Gullit used to require 3 icons and then loads of 89 rated squads and whatnot. But hey, you know, it might be worth that. You know, if someone's going to grind their way to earning themselves a Schmeichel that they can then put into an SBC, then fine. I mean, he costs like 200k anyway, so why not just let them grind towards it and take the cost off themselves by playing the game? Surely these things can live together. We probably scored one of the nicest goals so far in the weekend league just then. It was just a nice skill move by Ronaldo that I had absolutely no intention of doing, and I'm just wiggling the stick at that point, and I think it did something completely opposite to what I wanted to do. I would love to take credit for it, but it just... This whole weekend so far, even though we're going to, you know, come away with a fairly respectable start here, I feel like the controls are all over the place, whether or not it's the servers or what. Like, I just feel like I'm inputting stuff, and I'm noting it down, of course, because I've got the indicator in the top right. But I feel like a lot of my passes are going to different places, and maybe I should be checking back a lot more to see, like, oh yeah, I was aiming over here, and that is my error. Or, actually, no, I was aiming here, and it went there, and that is a computer error, you know, that is an error with the game. So I will, of course, make sure I take a further look at all of that stuff and then send back what I can to hopefully eradicate these problems in the future, or lessen them at least. So we're 2-1 up here, and this guy with his squad, like, it had pretty poor chemistry and stuff. I don't understand what he was doing, but he was clearly a competent player. And after a couple of hitting the posts, the game decided to finally let him get his equaliser. But I was a little bit annoyed because I was 2-0 up. Finally, we get the goal to go 3-2. We just ball roll the keeper with CR7. And then the next goal that we score is also going to be pretty much identical, but just flipped. So maybe symmetrical. We get the ball out to Neymar this time on the left-hand side. His goalkeeper's running out, and of course we can just scoop it round and score the goal to win 4-2. And that was a very tough game. That guy really brought it to me in the end, like high pressure, constant pressure, whatever it is, high depth, and it was a tough one. I'm not going to lie to you. So we're 5-1. And that's where we're going to end the Foot Champs gameplay today. Obviously a pretty positive start. Neymar in the 6 games that we've played has got 5 goals and 5 assists. So less than he normally gets. He's normally got over a goal a game. But of course he is assisting Ronaldo this time, who has got something like 9 goals and 3 assists or something. So he's obviously doing a great job and is currently carrying the road to glory. So kind of glad I didn't sell him at this moment in time. Like I said, the first few games are normally somewhat easier than the next few. So I'm sure my 5-loss streak is incoming. And when that happens, is Ronaldo going to step up to the plate and maybe get me into extra time? Maybe clutch me a game? Very curious to see what the Portuguese can do for us in our squad. So yeah, Neymar, I think in that last game actually hit 100 goals for the club. So 97 games, 100 goals and 56 assists. 156 contributions in 97 games. That is pretty good in my books. A very, very solid player, of course. And Ronaldo's doing positive things for us as well. That's going to wrap things up for today, boys. Do me a favour. So Ronaldo's great. You know, Ronaldo's amazing so far. He's literally doing great work. So if you had thought about maybe getting him, but then just decided not to because, well, actually, people are saying he's not so good this year, it might be worth trying him, seeing what you think. Because so far, I think Ronaldo is awesome. He's performing great. Hit me with a thumbs up on the video if you have enjoyed today. I'd greatly appreciate that. 2,000 likes is what we're looking for. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below. And then most importantly, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I will check back in tomorrow with another episode. Peace.